So there are 4 things that I like about Buddhism. The first one is the 4 Noble Truths. It's so simple and elegant. Basically, there's suffering in life. You can find the cause of the suffering. You can get rid of it, and the way to get rid of it is by following the path. That's it. So if you have a pile of dishes on your table and someone comes and cleans up your table, you will feel better. This is kind of like the 4 Noble Truths. There's an amazing app called Headspace that uses the 4 Noble Truths to teach meditation. I have no relationship with them other than I'm a huge fan. They do a really great job. So check out the app. But this idea that life has suffering. Okay, we know that. And then if you can get rid of the cause of the suffering, you get rid of the suffering. That's beautiful. The second thing that I love about Buddhism is this idea of the 12 links. So this is also known as the chain of causation, or samsara. Samsara being the cycle of death and rebirth. So basically you have 12 links that create this cycle. And what it starts with is ignorance. Okay, because of our ignorance, we have views. Because of our views, we have cravings. Because of our cravings, we have grasping. Because of our grasping, we have becoming. Because of our becoming, we have birth. Because of birth, we have aging. Aging leads to illness and suffering. Illness and suffering leads to death. Death leads to despair. Despair leads to more ignorance. And this cycle just keeps going and going and going. So where does it start? It starts at ignorance. And how do you stop it? You stop it at ignorance. So once you start to see through this chain, you realize, hey, I'm just here for a brief moment. This body is just gonna get old. I'm gonna suffer. I'm gonna die, and I'm gonna be born again. And then this whole cycle is gonna start over again. And I can see all of these links. And I don't want to participate in them anymore. The third thing that I like about Buddhism is mindfulness meditation. So mindfulness, meditation, you're focusing on your breath. You're trying to bring your attention to the present moment. And I think that's such an important skill, because sometimes we get lost in our thoughts. We get lost in our worries. We get lost in things that happened in the past or things that might happen in the future. And when we're practicing mindfulness, we're bringing our attention to right now. What do I see? What do I hear? What do I feel? What do I smell? What do I taste? And so I think that's a beautiful practice. I've been doing it for almost 40 years. It's something that I really enjoy. Now, that's not the only way to meditate, but it's my favorite way. I mean, I tried walking meditation and I can't focus on my walking. But when I close my eyes and I focus on my breath, I'm pretty good at it. So that's what I do. That's what I love about Buddhism. And the fourth thing that I like about Buddhism is this bodhisattva ideal. And what that means is that before you attain enlightenment, you make this vow to help all beings. You know, some people when they hear Buddhism, they think, oh, it's all about me. I'm just gonna do my practice, and I'm gonna get enlightened, and I'm gonna go to heaven. The traditional Buddhist view is that we should help all beings, and we should do that through compassion and through wisdom. So compassion is realizing that all beings are suffering and then wanting to alleviate that suffering, and wisdom is seeing that all beings have the capacity to end their suffering and to see the path to the end of suffering. So both of these things, compassion and wisdom, are required to be a Buddha. I'll tell you a quick story about how I met my teacher. So, I was looking for a teacher. I was looking for a meditation teacher. I went along to the local Friends of the Western Buddhist Order Center and talked to Savad. I then read some of the FWBO's booklets. I liked it. I went to meditation classes there, mindfulness of breathing and development of universal loving-kindness, alternated weekly, and I think it is a really important part of Buddhism that we should be thinking about how we can help others and how we can use our practice to help other people. Now, There's many different ways to do this. We try to get people to practice meditation and to understand Buddhism, and then we also try to help people on an individual level. Now, I've been talking a little bit about the different things that I like about Buddhism. But what's your favorite thing about Buddhism? Go ahead and write that in the comments below. Also, please consider subscribing. Okay, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.